press the record button and see how well we can get close to the microphone.
Hello.
Closer to the mic. Closer to the mic. Closer to the mic.
Always showing off with your rapping.
I'm not rapping, I'm doing a beat for you to rap to.
I can't
Get
rap.
the music going.
We have established
and
this.
we have the lyrics flowing. Who knows where we're going? We know where we're going. Go.
I am awful with rapping. I get nervous and...
Don't think. Just speak. Don't think. Just speak. Words come quickly.
I honestly
think
can't.
You come and you don't have to think about anything. Everything just comes and you don't even know what you're saying.
I can't. I honestly can't.
Why not?
I can't rap for the life of me.
Neither can I. Have you not heard me?
But you can. You
I spout words. That's the point. It's spouting words. It's filling words. It's getting all the time in the rhyme, in the crime.
Yeah, it's the rhyming that gets me.
Don't have to rhyme. It's like a poem. Sometimes they don't have to rhyme. It's like a Snow Patrol song. Sometimes it doesn't have to rhyme.
It makes me nervous.
That was one of the best references I'll ever make. It always infuriates me. Every time I listen to a Snow Patrol song, I'll try and second guess the lyric, even if I've heard it like 100 times. Because, one thing sounds like the end of that sentence sounds like that. So, this is going to be that one. And it's like, no, it's not. It's entirely different. Because they never rhyme.
Who never rhyme?
Snow Patrol.
Oh, right.
The lyrics just never... It's just always like a flowing sentence.
Yeah.
So it's nice, but kind of like, I kind of want a bit of consistency from my ABABs.
Where have Snow Patrol been these days?
Well, they had their greatest hits and they buggered off.
Yeah.
Which is good. They did a really good group of... They had 4 great albums.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
Really,
There's
really
2 main
great
ones that I know of. Because I remember
Chasing
I actually
Cars?
got one. Chasing
that
Cars. No, I got... I think it was one of the last
Actually,
ones.
they had more albums than
Lights
before,
or something.
The Millions...
Yeah, Million Stars. That was it.
There's a million oceans and universes in the stars and the 1,000 formations of Linkin Park also had an album like that as well.
Oh.
Yeah, they also had one of those 100 million bloodies. Okay, I don't know which one's which. I know which one's got good music on it and which one's Linkin Park.
What was your first album?
Ever bought?
Yeah.
Blimey, I don't know. I mean, the first album... it was... Because I bought my brother a single as a Christmas gift and I bought myself an album because it was the same price.
Right.
It was it the second Eminem album?
All right.
Yeah. Woolworths at that point didn't really care about parental advisory, which was great. So we just go and buy it.
Mine was Him, Dark Light.
The Finnish band, Him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember being into them because my friends were into them.
His Infernal Majesty, is it?
Probably. I can look at the greatest hits I've got down there.
Yeah, I quite liked him.
Like fine music, it's okay. It's like the Rasmus. It's there.
I went through a bit of a goth phase at one point, and I had the cloth wrist things.
Oh, I'd have loved to have seen that.
You know those? Yeah.
No, I don't know those.
No,
that's why I'd love to see it because I don't know them.
They're wristbands, but they're cloth wristbands.
That sounds useless.
And
Get
and
wet,
got,
get stuck.
And they've got like stuff on it, and I had one with Hymns symbol on it and stuff.
I had one with hymns on as well because I went to a Catholic church.
Shall we start?
Well, we already have started, haven't we?
But you haven't done the intro.
This is a post-Trump world.
It's been a post-Trump world for ages.
No, hopefully it's a post-Trump world, and he's gone.
No, do you think?
2 weeks' time, he's just dead.
Now reigns the age of pence.
Pence. How much money have you got on you? I've only got pence.
If I was him, I would use that joke consistently. My bad.
Consistently.
Like
every time you use a joke, it's that one. So you're consistent with the joke that you use. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a stand-up act.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because he wanted some pence. Bow, 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 bow. That's his stage pattern. He's a good man. I like his approach to how to deal with homosexuality. It's shocking.
Oh. Wow.
Welcome
to the show, guys.
Politico.
Spotlight.
Spotting is sponsoring us this week. 538, everybody, 538.com. Hello and welcome to Are You Movie Mad? It's a podcast. That's how you're listening to it.
Yes.
So you know it's a podcast. We are in the audio medium. Although I would say we're at the audio bottom end, really.
We're at the audio top end.
I was always wanted to be on your bottom end. Spotlight.
How many seconds are we into and already?
I like to get things done quickly. Spotlight.
So, welcome to the show, which asks the
Immortal question.
immortal question,
It goes on forever and ever and ever since the dawn of movies.
which is, are you movie mad?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask what the dawn of movies was.
Dawn
I
of
would probably
movies
say the
is-
Fifth Fucking Element.
Well, that's soon. That's fucking soon.
Oh, Spotlight.
Oh no, that's fucking too soon.
Oh, Spotlight. What's Spot Heavy?
Which spot heavy? Spot heavy. There's a joke in there somewhere, but I can't find it.
Spotlight. You're Johnny Ellis.
I'm Johnny Ellis. Yes. Also known as Movie Mad.
Are you movie mad?
I am Movie
Oh,
Mad.
okay, cool.
Well, how many episodes into this? And
We keep asking.
Yeah.
Keep asking the same thing.
Yeah.
Always open up with the same joke. It's not funny, but you know, neither is the world. Spotlight.
Hasn't been funny for a while now.
No. Not since Hillary won that election. We should probably edit this in case she doesn't win the election. But she'll win the election, so it's fine. Yeah, we won't need to edit this. Okay, if we have to edit this, go Jill Stein.
Yeah, there's no way Donald Trump will win.
Who?
Donald Trump. Oh.
Gary Johnson.
Gary
Libertarian
Johnson.
Gary Johnson.
President Gary Johnson.
Oh, gosh, I hope so. I love some of his values. Like his money values. I like how it adds up. Because what does he do? He adds up to pence on the dollar. It's a
But-
Trump joke.
Are you looking forward to President Perlman in
2020.
in 2020?
Is that what he's going to do?
Apparently so.
Boy, oh boy, wait, who's he going to be his plus one?
I don't know.
I
Kanye?
mean-
Or is Kanye? Is it going to be Perlman versus Kanye?
Yeah.
How strange would that be? It would just the entire political system of America will just be turned into a.
Would it be Katie Segal would be his choice for running mate? Or would it be, I don't know, Doug Jones? If we're going to go down the Hellboy route instead?
Could Del Toro do it?
I don't think he can.
No.
No, because of course he's not born in
Yeah.
America, that's the thing. That's
But
why I
once
figured
he's
John Hurt wouldn't
president-
be either. Or Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
You know, those are the problems. He works with a lot of, foreigners, that Perlman.
Yep.
He's very friendly to foreign folk.
Yeah.
Doesn't give many Americans jobs.
So he's
I'm
definitely.
I'm
not
anti-Perlman
Republican.
2020. I don't believe in his values. No.
Shall we go
Give me
destroy
some
his
Kanye.
star? Does he have a star?
No, he didn't have a star.
Doesn't have a
No,
star.
why would he have a star?
Because he's Hellboy twice, and I've never even seen Hellboy, but still, he was Hellboy.
No, Hellboys are coming soon because you've never seen Hellboy because you're
Yeah.
a fucking monster.
I am.
You are movie mad.
I am movie mad.
And we're going to have to deal with that. But now we're in winter, so it's fine.
Yes.
Everything's good. Everything's going on. I'm Andrew Jones, by the way. You never introduced me.
Sorry,
I introduced you, but you never introduced me.
We got caught up in politics.
I always get caught
you're
up in
Andrew
politics.
Jones.
I'm Andrew Jones. I'm a host.
And you
I'm a
wish you
film
were
fan.
as movie mad as me.
I'm more movie mad than you'll ever be. And I'm trying to teach you to be better at being movie mad. I'll go through all my ropes with you to make sure you know how it is to be truly movie mad. Truly, movie madly, deeply.
But now it's winter.
Savage Garden. Affirmation.
Now
Yellow
it's
songs.
now it's winter.
Yeah.
I want a nice tale, a nice tale around the fire.
What I like in winter when I have a tail is the ability to wipe off all the sweat because it's getting warm and warm when you get by a campfire.
Mm.
That's what I like about tail.
If you were to tell me a tale, where would you set it?
Probably the North Pole.
North Pole?
Yeah.
No, nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
Beginning with N. I'm just trying to set this film
Nigeria, maybe.
up. Nigeria. A Nigerian winter's tale.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, get some KKK rallies going.
You mean Congress?
Burn! Is what they like to do. They're very cross.
What is this week's film?
I don't know. Could you tell me what this week's film might be?
Oh, I believe
Oh, don't believe.
it's...
Is it based on a William Shakespeare play, which is why the American version is just called A Winter's Tale?
Could be. I don't know. I honestly don't know anything.
Or is it not at all based on a Shakespeare play, but they still kept the title A Winter's Tale, even though it's not? And that's over here, to avoid confusion. In the UK, they've decided to title it
A New York Winter's Tale.
A New York Winter's Tale, differentiating it from A Stratford-upon-Avon Winter's Tale.
So in America, is it just called
A Winter's Tale?
Really?
Someone has decided to ring the doorbell to say, "You are right, Andrew. It is called A Winter's Tale in America." Very bizarre.
That's 100 points to Andrew.
Woohoo! University challenge.
So, New York Winter's Tale.
A New York Winter's Tale. There's many Winter's Tales in New York.
Yeah.
It's just one of them.
Yes, and this one stars Colin Farrell, and I don't know who else. I want to look up the TV, but I don't want to spoil myself.
You won't spoil yourself if you look up on TV, but it stars Colin Farrell with the same haircut he sports in A Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, currently the #1 film in America and the UK.
Oh, that's a bold statement. Wait, when's this coming out?
It's coming out 2 weeks' time.
So, when this thingy, Sully, will be the #1 film of the week.
Do you think
won't it?
Sully will, in 2D,
Sully,
will take off?
Miracle on the Hudson.
You think Sully, Miracle on the Hudson, the part of the franchise of Sully movies, will beat Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in 3D?
Can you imagine?
2 weeks later. I can't imagine.
Well,
Because I've seen Sully.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Fantastic Beasts to know that's going to be a bigger hit. Because I've seen Sully.
Yeah. But, the...
And you know what? Box office, brace for impact.
That's the magic of Tom Hanks.
But we're dealing with another kind of miracle. A miracle of a film that should never really exist. A New York Winter's Tale.
A New York Winter's Tale. Right, all I know about this is I think it involves time travel. I think there's a...
Well, we've got Amazon up right now because I'm not going to buy a Blu-ray of it, even though I'm giving it 4 stars as a joke.
I'm not reading the synopsis.
I will read the synopsis. It's actually called on Amazon A Winter's Tale here. Set in a mythic New York City and spanning more than a century, Winter's Tale is a story of miracles, crossed destinies, and the age-old battle between good and evil.
So hold on, it starts on the picture, it says A New York Winter's Tale.
Yep.
And then below that it says A Winter's Tale.
Yep.
And then in the description it just
says... In the
says
description they've obviously got it down even further to make sure it's fit on the screen. But yeah, they've called it A Winter's Tale on Amazon Prime.
No, but then in the description they've
I see that.
The A away.
Yeah, because it's lessening space, so they've got more screen time. How you do if you're looking at a mobile, it might fill up the screen more. And New York Winter's Tale is way too long, as you see on the poster. It's just really, really useless.
Right, so it spans more
than a century.
So I think he's some sort of, I want to say angel or something. Who's the girl? She looks very generic.
Yes.
She's a generic girl.
She's a generic girl.
Yeah.
My favourite of all the superheroes. Generic girl away, baby! I don't know, possibly.
So, I'm hoping for something to laugh out at the very least.
Yeah.
But I'm also hoping, for all I know, I could fall in love with it.
You could fall in love with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you,
it might span more than a century, my falling in love.
It's such an interesting film, this one.
Right.
I'm really excited for you to... I picked this one especially because when I saw it in the cinema, I went to see it at a press screening with a friend.
Right.
And we were giggling the entire way through the film.
Oh, wow.
There was someone else next to us who was then complaining, that was one of the worst films I've ever seen, and we just had a great time. He's like, oh, it was really bad. I didn't enjoy it because it was really bad, because he had no sense of humour.
Right.
Whereas me and my friend were just giggling all the way through. It's like Oblivion towards the end. You just start going crazy laughing at it because there's no way you can appreciate it outside of, this is fucking weird. What the hell? How did this film get made?
Well, what if I am instantly in love with it and I am attached to the characters and you're just sat next to me giggling the entire
Then
way
I will
through
ruin it for you because you cannot be attached to these characters.
Well, you never know.
I do know because I know how it opens.
I'm going to... Oh, wow, okay.
So there is no attachment. Immediately you'll be like, ah, no.
I'm gonna try my hardest to love this film.
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna try my hardest to love this film now.
Yeah.
In a non-ironic way. But yeah, shall we kick it off?
Do you want to have a guess of anyone else who might pop up in this film? Let's go through that first. Let's have a quick, because some big people.
Big people. Oh, I can't remember his name. Who's the guy that does Hello Ladies?
Merchant.
Stephen Merchant. He's a big person. I'm just John Goodman.
Do you want me to write these down, or are you just going to be pedantic and be like, famous people?
Hey, they're famous.
Stephen Merchant isn't famous.
Stephen Merchant is famous.
He's loose famous.
He's in Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's in Logan.
Bless you. You're not going to sneeze now,
No,
are you?
you've stopped my sneeze. I retracted my sneeze upon the blessing of you.
That's how you stop sneezes.
That is a podcast-worthy moment.
If only they could see. We should live stream this one day.
You should. We do it naked, by the way. I should tell you that as well.
Spotlight.
Come on, how much better can we do then? In-sync spotlighting. Synchronized spotlighting this year at the Olympics. It's at the X Games.
I'm trying to think who's in it, because I remember seeing the trailers and stuff, and I just avoided...
There were two famous people in those trailers.
I avoided it, or rather I didn't...
Actually, Academy Award-winning people in the trailers.
I feel like De Niro, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know who else.
De Niro, which is what we don't have any money moment. So if you want to pay money into the Podnose Patreon to help fund this, give us some De Niro.
Yeah.
There's a plug for Patreon. And money. Money is a good thing to have.
Money's
Pence
always
is always nice to have. Who else?
Who else? I honestly, whenever you ask this question, my mind just goes blank from actors.
Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc.
Okay, so you think Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck might make an appearance?
You never know.
Yeah, what's up, Colin Farrell? You've been alive for a year? Try a century. This is a terrible way of living. That's my impression of Daffy Duck.
Yeah, I don't even know who the girl is.
No one knows who the girl is.
Is she not famous?
She's probably famous for some people who watch, I don't know, probably TV. I think maybe she was in a Downton thing.
Yeah.
That's the reaction. Yeah, ugh, who cares?
If it's Downton, would
It's not,
your man from The Guest be in it, maybe?
You think Dan Stevens, future Bond, Dan Stevens?
Future Bond, my ass. No way. Fassbender first.
Fassbender will never do it because he's too famous. Dan Stevens, however, did The Guest. Did you see that film?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a future Bond in that film. Have you seen
Yeah.
how... Or at least a massive action hero. He should do Jason Statham movies. He's got the ability and the agility.
Yeah, but I just don't want him. I don't want to see him taking over Jason Statham.
No, Jason Statham to be like his best friend.
Right.
Come on, let's fucking do this. Okay. Bang-a-dang-a-dang-a-dang-a-dang. That's a gun sound. My Foley work is unprecedentedly bad.
Is Jim Broadbent in this?
I'll write Jim Broadbent down. He won't be in this.
Oh.
Do you know why he won't be in this?
Because he's going to be in it later in the podcast.
Because it's set in New York and not just Brooklyn. He only works in Brooklyn.
Oh, if only Saoirse Ronan was in this. I'm assuming she's not.
She's not in this, because again, she also only works in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Sorry. Brooklyn's a very specific part. It's not in all of New York.
Why don't we just watch Brooklyn instead?
Brooklyn's terrible, and New Winter's Tale is terrible
terrible.
good. You can't laugh at Brooklyn.
No, you really can't.
No. It's like laughing at shame.
I had someone, when I went to see The Descendants,
Ugh.
someone was laughing their head off at that.
It's a terrible film.
Oh, it's not.
It's terrible. George Clooney's kind of boring in it. It's just nothing.
I liked it.
Matthew Lillard's kind of fun when he pops up. It's so boring.
But what's her name? The young girl.
Shailene Woodley?
Yeah. Just phenomenal.
She steals the screen from
Yeah.
Clooney. Sure. Not enough Rob Hubel, I say. I didn't say it to Rob Hubel when I met him, but yeah, not enough Rob Hubel in that film.
I don't know who.
He was his friend who he flip-flops all the way over to the house of.
Oh.
He's George Clooney's best friend in that film, which is great, because it's like, hey, Rob Hubel was George Clooney's best friend. Sure. Although, of course, we all know Richard Kind is George Clooney's best friend. And everyone loves Richard Kind. Richard Kind's he's Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Oh, right, okay. I don't. You're too good with names.
Richard Kind? He's, Hopper's brother in A Bug's Life.
Right. I haven't seen Bugs Life in years.
Well, he's Hopper's brother. He's Kevin Spacey's brother and George Clooney's best friend.
Right.
And, Riley's imaginary best friend as well. And when he dies, we're going to sing Bing Bong songs.
Shall we get this?
In Guys and Dolls. We missed him in Guys and Dolls in London this year. I was very upset. I found out too late. Richard Kind was in London.
Shall we get this started?
Which ended up being a fantastic day.
Shall we get this started before I disappoint you even more with my not knowing people's names?
One more actor or actress.
One more actor or actress. Okay, we should go for an actress because we've only said actress.
Sure, but I mean, you should go for an actor because you should name one of the actors who's one of the biggest, highest paid movie actors in the world.
Highest paid movie actors?
One of the highest paid movie actors in the world.
Depp.
What's the second name of that person?
Johnny
Depp. Johnny. You think Depp Johnny is in this?
Oh, I'm just thinking highest paid actors in the world.
Depp Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard of Johnny Depp.
Jim Parsons.
Depp Johnny? I think we're going to leave it here, watch the film, and slap him in the face. Maybe not in that audio. There we go. Right, now I'm going to watch the film and then turn off the audio.
Squeaks.
You have a gun?
Just robbing the place, you know?
Is that still your intention?
No, it isn't.
Well then, I suppose the polite thing to do would be to offer you a cup of tea. You steal things?
I do steal things, yeah, from time to time. Lately I've been having a bit of a disagreement with an old boss, though.
Peter Lake. I want to kill him, and I want her to stay dead.
What's the best thing you've ever stolen?
I'm beginning to think I haven't stolen it yet. You are impossibly beautiful.
What is your relationship to Beverly? Are you aware of her condition?
She's dying.
If you don't love me now, no one ever will.
I've been blackening souls and crushing miracles for longer than I can remember. Yours is the kind of love that makes the world warm and light. The kind of love that can save her. Will not be saving anyone.
Is it possible to love someone so completely they simply can't die?
What the fuck was that?
So, I'm a Warner Brothers executive. I'm sitting on a pitch. You've come to me. You've said, we've got a film. Russell Crowe and Colin Farrell are attached. Great, I'm in. Here's all the money you need. Now explain to me the plot. I'll take that money back. Thank you very much. Yeah, I knew it. Winter's Tale.
Also known as A Winter's Tale, also known as Winter's Tale, which is what comes up on the title.
There was one report when Martin Scorsese had originally purchased the film rights to Winter's Tale, but he backed out for it. He deemed it unfilmable. Steven Spielberg bought the film rights in 1983, soon after the book was released.
I don't even know where to begin.
When questioned by the LA Times about why Warner Brothers believed that he's the right man to write and direct the film, Akiva Goldsman replied, "I'm the kind of romantic that likes to find the meaning in things. Just in its natural course, life is sufficiently hard. And if you can find the hope underneath that there's there's a connectedness and there's some reason to it." That was a weird noise it made. No, that's fine. And if you can find the hope underneath that there's a connectedness and some reason to it, then there's some comfort in that. That's what I've learned anyway, and I think that feeling is in the movie.
Were there any interviews for this, like press stuff? Was it
Not in the UK.
in the USA? There was.
I believe there must have been some stuff.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. Right. I get.
Welcome back from the land of New York Winter Sale.
I get how I can watch that for the first time, right? And it's my mistake. But how many times have you
It's
seen
my
it
third.
now? Third time. How can you see? I couldn't.
First time was in the cinema, giggling around. Second time with my parents, giggling around. Third time was with you.
Oh,
you were
God.
too focused to watch. I felt bad when I was trying to make fun of the film. So I wasn't quite sure how much you were not laughing at the film. It was very scary. You were trying to make sense of it all?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
dear. Yeah, no. As soon as we have Beverly character, I don't know the actress's name.
An Irish Russell Crowe.
Well, let's not get to that yet. As soon as we have her doing her voiceover, which begins with "Stars are angel wings." Stars? What if stars were not just stars, but stars were angels' wings flapping in the night sky? Everything is connected in us. And what if love could make you live forever? Magic in light.
So she plays, what's her name again?
Beverly Penn.
Beverly Penn.
Sean Penn's sister.
Who is dying of something.
Consumption.
Right. Now here's the thing. They didn't establish that straight away, did they?
They said consumption a couple of times. She got the fever.
At the very beginning. At the very, very beginning.
Not the very, very
when
beginning.
the optician was there.
Yeah, that's what.
And he sees her, and he goes, "Oh, my sister had that too."
Yeah, the fever.
And I'm just there like, what? Had what? Like, beautiful woman syndrome. Did I miss something there? Did they say fever?
They said fever a couple of times, you know. I apologise for the cold. This house has full of fever. Is what William Hurt says. William Hurt, I might add. William Hurt is in this film. As father. That's his role. He is father. Mr. Father. Stern father figure who loves his daughter. Hello. I'm editor-in-chief at the Times or the Sun or whatever. It kept changing.
Yeah.
It was like a couple of papers. But it was the Sun Times. The Chicago Sun-Times. He was working with Roger Ebert. Of course.
Could be.
Who loved this film, I'm sure.
Oh my god.
It was released after his death. Because they couldn't put it out during his death. Because Colin Farrell might have taken him to the princess bed, kissed him on the mouth and saved him.
They could have released it before he died and it could have been
No,
the
they
cause.
could have kissed him on the mouth, couldn't they?
Could have been the cause of his death. Jesus.
So, the film starts off both in 2014 and 1895.
Yeah.
New York City.
And the annoying thing is, I couldn't remember how long it was going to be. And I was sat there, and we were about an hour and a half, nearly an hour and a half, and I was just like, hold on, we haven't got to 2014 yet. There's still quite
Let's
a
talk
bit
plot.
to go.
Let's talk plot. So, in 2014, Colin Farrell is playing Hugo Cabret, running around the Grand Central Station, going up into the wings and the roof, because that's where he lives. And in 1895, his
Where was
parents...
Hugo? No.
Hugo was in France, but, you know, he's teaching him the other ways. But in 1895, his parents, immigrants, are told to get out of here. You've got pulmonary embolisms going on. You're sick. You've got the consumptions. You've got the fevers. Get out. So they take their baby with them away from the city, but they want the baby to live in New York, don't they? How do they get the baby back to New York?
Let's drown the baby.
Let's put the baby into a model ship inside the ship, carve out the model ship, and then put the baby in the model ship and gently lower it into the water and hope that it finds land as opposed to, you know, the waves or sharks or anything else. They hollow out a model ship and put a baby in it and throw it in the water.
I don't even know what to say.
And it lands in an Irish part of Brooklyn. So Colin Farrell doesn't have to do a silly accent. But he just has to wear a silly haircut the entire film.
But Russell Crowe does.
But Russell Crowe! Potato! Faith and Bagora! Russell Crowe is Pearly Souls. Pearly Souls. He's the gangster of New York. The evil gangster who runs New York.
But he's also...
Well, we'll get to that, but we have to
sorry.
go from 1895. We go to 1916, which puts Colin Farrell this entire film at 21 years old. Colin Farrell, when you're watching this film, is playing a 21-year-old. At no point do they make him look anything less than 40. And the first thing he does when he's running away from Russell Crowe.
He finds a white horse.
No, a horse finds him.
Horse finds
Horse named
Horse.
Horse named Horse, who was actually
Pegasus.
a dog, a white dog spirit who forms himself in the horse named Horse.
Oh my god!
And jumps and has wings and is the TriStar Company logo.
Just why? How? Oh, how did this get made?
It's a podcast, and they deal with that. But
how the? Oh my god!
I did something so good about this film because it's so stupid. It's unbelievably bad.
It doesn't even bother trying.
That's kind of the best bit of it. Is it accepts its own rules and ideas and great concepts about magic and life and reality, and then we don't go along with it, so we're just going, what the fuck? Glorious.
No, there's a bit after the whole horse thing.
Yeah.
And he goes to this fella
A stable guy.
who's warming his hands by a fire.
The stable guy.
Yeah. Was the fire CGI? Or was...
I would assume so.
Yeah.
Everything in that scene is CGI.
very-
Because he quickly looks around after he's given money to look after the horse, and he goes, Peter, you forgot your change? And then he flips the magical coin, which manages to have a CGI lens flare because Destiny has flipped a coin. Don't worry, that's going to come back again later, because Destiny always flips a coin. It's all got meaning. There's something meaningful in every shot. Like in the scene, hey, should we talk about when Pearlie goes for dinner?
What, when he breaks into the house?
No, after he's... Okay, do you want to talk about breaking into the house?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Pearlie, Russell Crowe. He goes for a nice oyster
what?
dinner.
Oh, what, when it's...
When he goes for the oyster dinner.
And he suddenly gets lines on his face.
He gets... Well, he's got scars, and they light up, and he attacks a waiter staff.
And then he uses his blood.
He uses blood to paint a picture, which is, a hand,
redhead.
a redhead, and a moon. But don't worry, because later on we discover it's done in a fugue state with virgin blood.
Oh my
So
god.
that waiter was unfortunately died before his time, and and he's like, "Oh, this is the redhead we need to find. This is Destiny. We have to find this redhead." It's just a painting of a stick figure saying hi. Cut to next scene. She's there.
One of his goons
Is
has got-
unfolding a piece of paper with it.
and looks at the paper and looks at her and goes, oh, "I found her."
But don't worry, it's because Kevin Corrigan, Pearlie's number 2 at this film, Romeo, does mention New York is not that big.
Yeah.
New York is not that big.
Oh my god.
Oh, to be in 1916 New York, where it was very small, it was kind of intimate. It was a cottage or two. It's a cottage industry. So it's a love story, this film.
God knows what it is, this film.
This
really.
is a love story about Beverly and Peter. Oh, they meet each other. She has the consumption. He has the I want to consume you.
Oh, one of my notes I put was diamond, light, Yahtzee. Did he say Yahtzee?
He said Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
He figures around
Grand
diamonds
Central
and
Station.
gems whilst talking to Kevin Corrigan about finding Peter Lake.
And then he suddenly got
Diamonds
this,
are, these gems are, wonderful things. They will help you find things. They match with moonlight, and suddenly,
and they are a surveillance system.
and suddenly he says Yahtzee, and the Grand Central Station pops up in some sort of holographic image of light. Yep.
And there was an actual book of this. I was watching it going, this can't be based on something. This has got to be an original idea that's not even an idea.
You know what, should we take a break and talk about Akiva Goldsman,
who's that?
the writer-director of this film?
Right.
Do we know who Akiva Goldsman
No.
is? Do you want me to go through his... this is his directorial debut,
Okay.
but as a writer and
Has
producer...
he done anything since? Is he working on anything?
Stephanie, in 2017, a drama fantasy horror, an orphaned young girl with unworldly powers is taken in by a man and woman who claim to be her parents.
Who's in that?
Frank Grillo, Anna Torv from Fringe. Cool, that's it.
Oh, Jesus.
Probably Will Smith will turn up.
That was out of the blue.
Let's talk about... So, his writing career. We have Batman Forever,
Jesus.
Batman and Robin,
Oh my
Lost in
God.
Space, A Beautiful Mind, I, Robot, Cinderella Man, The Da Vinci Code, I Am Legend, Angels and Demons.
Oh, that's why they mentioned Angels and Demons in...
But let's talk more about his producerial work. Lost in Space, Deep Blue Sea, Starsky and Hutch, Constantine, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Poseidon, I Am Legend, Hancock, to which he actually technically rewrote the film after Vince Gilligan's Tonight He Comes. He rewrote it to make it a PG-13 family-friendly Will Smith vehicle. Jonah Hex, The Losers, Lone Survivor, New York Winter's Tale. Akiva Goldsman is kind of the go-to rewriter for Will Smith projects.
Right.
He's the guy who makes Will Smith's films more broader, easier to consume. That's what he's the hack you hire just to make sure a film is less clever and more easy to be shitty. Hello, Da Vinci Code. I mean, Da Vinci Code was never going to be clever, but Jesus Christ. Akiva Goldsman is possibly human. On the off chance of maybe becoming, a miracle one day and maybe become a star. And thus he managed to get his friends involved in a film like this. His friends like, as you say, Russell Crowe and Colin Farrell and Jennifer Connelly pops up.
And Will Smith.
And Will Smith playing the judge, a.k.a.
Lucifer.
Lou.
Cipher.
Lou.
Lou.
Russell Crowe calls him Lou at one point. He calls the devil Lou. Hello, Lou. Hi, Lou. How's it going? Can I use you, Lou?
Oh, my God.
Do we need to talk about the film?
Sorry?
Do we need to talk about the film,
No,
really?
Do you want to ask the question?
I don't want to ask the question. I want to talk about. I want to talk about Beverly. Can we talk about?
Right.
So she's living in the cold because she's got the fever. She needs to be outside at all times, But how does she die?
She has sex and dies.
How does she die?
Just like Mean Girls predicted.
Did Mean Girls specifically say Colin Farrell's dick is going to kill you?
You will have sex and you'll die. Don't have sex because you'll die.
It doesn't specifically tell you that Colin Farrell's penis is the root of all evil.
Do you think what if it was someone else's? She would have been fine.
Make it come out of her mouth. Make it come out of her ears. Oh.
My God, this is just. It was painful, and it's painful talking about it. It just. Why would you let me watch that?
Because you have to see.
Why would you think that would make me?
We didn't even get to 2014 yet.
Yeah, who cares? No one.
He's meant to be a miracle. And, William Hurt asks.
I don't.
Do you remember what William Hurt asks?
I can't remember.
I've got the quote written down somewhere.
Although, when he's in 2014, he has no he had no memory for as long as he can remember.
Yeah, that is one thing he says.
Which just, oh my God.
No, sorry, Colin Farrell asks William Hurt, is it possible to love someone so completely that they could never die?
I don't even know what to say. That's 2 hours of my life I'm never getting back. And it's all your fault.
Peter Lake is thrown in the water after his girlfriend dies by Russell Crowe. Wakes up, has amnesia, spends 100 years drawing this red-headed girl again, and then meets Jennifer Connelly and her daughter Abby. She has cancer, the consumption.
Oh my God.
And who's back to get annoyed about it all?
Russell Crowe.
Yahtzee! Yahtzee, motherfucker.
Reason, and he's still got his diamonds.
For some reason, he's still got that accent. And he's changed from Kevin Corrigan, Romeo, to Kevin Durand, Caesar. His grandson. 100 years later, his grandson. Let's do the math on that one. Kevin Corrigan, I would say 35 in this film. Right? Safe bet. So, 100 years later, Kevin Durand, probably about 32, 33.
Yeah.
Right, so that takes us back to the 1980s, is when he was born. So, between 1916, when, his father had to be maybe 1, we'll have to safe guess that. His father was thus in his 70s when he fathered Caesar in order for this to happen. At the least in his 70s. His father was Mick Jagger. Thusly. By mathematical logic. There's a lot of logic going on, because of course also in 2014, little Willa, who is the sister of Beverly, who is, 8 maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 6 to 8 in 1916, is in 2014 the editor-in-chief of the Sun Times whatever. So, 106, 107 years old?
Looks good for her age.
Who wants a chocolate milkshake, and the first thing she sees when she meets Peter Lake, she does this thing that she's always done as a child. 100 years later, immediately wants to be picked up.
I thought she was going to have a heart attack. I thought
It immediately is like, she's 100 and something.
She drops a folder,
Folders.
And I'm like, this is it. She's going to die.
He's going to kill her. He's going to kill all the pen girls. If not by sex, then by heart attacks.
Oh my... I just... See, I've wasted 2 hours. You've wasted 6
But don't worry,
hours
Russell
on
Crowe.
this.
Russell Crowe wants to become mortal again so he can fight Colin Farrell to stop him from doing his miracle to save this girl's life.
And Will Smith given plenty of chances to back out of this. Like,
Yep, he's given them 3
come
chances to
on.
say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. He does it. What happens?
He died
Gets stabbed in the neck by
by a plaque.
a plaque of the ship that
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's baby was washed ashore on. And turns into ice.
This is
It's the end of Frozen. Do you want to kill a snowman?
This is without a doubt one of the worst film of the podcast that I've seen. Without a shadow of a doubt.
Russell Crowe looks at the girl with cancer and says, her destiny is to get skewered.
Who wants a kebab? Why?
Russell Crowe fighting around the centuries.
Why did you make me watch this?
It's important. It's one of the most important films
Oh
of
my
our
God.
generation.
I just can't believe I wasted my time.
Let's name some of the stars.
Name someone's... Oh my...
Castor.
I can't even remember.
Polaris.
There's got to be so many
Ursa
more.
Major. Ursa Minor. I gave you that one for free.
I do...
Cantaloupe.
That's not a
Vagisil.
star.
Lucifer. Gainsbourg.
Oh my God, I just...
Deepa Raya.
That film's just knocked me
Spotlight.
out. It's just knocked
That's
me out.
all
It's-
7 stars. This film exists. This film exists and they paid money to make special effects for this film. They paid money to get horses trained for it. They paid money to have Colin Farrell and Russell Crowe know how to fight. And Jessica Brown Findlay and Colin Farrell have a dance sequence. William Hurt has to learn what it's like to deal with a boiler. A furnace, in fact. That's going up in flames
Just...
in their house.
It's left me speechless, really. It's...
One of the most majestic pieces of cinema. It really does invoke that kind of period-centric, uncynical, sentimental romance that you love so much. It's a true human story. And don't forget, maybe it's not just about someone who's special. Maybe we're all to the universe special, and the universe will bend over backwards through many centuries to save us all. Is what the film ends on. Maybe, it's been plotting for centuries not to kill us with cancer. Except, everyone else dies with cancer. Just this girl.
Well, if the universe can bend over backwards to make this film exist, then it can do anything, can't it?
It can make Trump president.
Yeah.
See Kyle.
But that would never happen.
It's a good job we record it, months in advance.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, I can tell that you're buying a Blu-ray of it on Amazon
Oh
right
my
now, which
God.
is pretty
I do
impressive.
want to see if there's any special editions, special features,
No,
like interviews.
There's
No.
not much.
Director's
It's all
commentary.
EPK stuff. No, there's no commentary. It's
No.
all very, on the set. It's a wonderful film. I'm glad to be a part of it. When I saw the script, I'm sure I said it was okay. They showed me how much I'd get paid. Hi, I'm Russell Crowe. Pearly. Potato, Faith and Begorra. The Troubles.
Go and ask it.
Your destiny might be to get skewered. Would you like to be skewered? I'll skewer you now, mortal. Come on, horse named Horse. He's a dog. A coward.
How close to the book is it? I know I don't want to read the book, but I just want to know.
What I read when it came out was I was so befuddled because apparently the whole devil stuff was not in the book. That's the thing that was adapted in. It's like, what? That's the thing I thought was most like the book because I assumed there's no way you can invent that and try and pass it off as something original because that's the worst part. But no, apparently that was Akiva trying to find a thing for Will Smith so he could have his friend there.
My God.
Yeah. Are you mad about this movie or are you movie mad?
I am mad. I am so mad about this movie.
Good, let's watch it again.
No.
Let's watch it from the start.
No.
Let's quote along.
No.
Oh boy.
I need a long nap.
But in the snow because of your consumption.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's not freeze to death. Let's have sex and die. Oh, to be Beverly Penn. Well, what are we doing next week?
Something better, please.
Is it going to be something better?
Nothing can be worse.
Well, I mean, really?
Yeah. Nice. Please don't tell me I've just challenged you there.
I'm tempted to find something. I was trying to rearrange everything we've done. Should I? Should I not? Oh, it's so hard.
Spotlight.
Yep. Knew that was coming.
Oh, man.
No, I didn't do it that time.
No,
next week is, I think it's more of an appeasal.
Okay.
It'll make you feel better. It makes everyone feel better.
If only you were watching it right after. But we have to wait a week.
Yeah. You've got to sit with this for a week.
Oh, my God.
Come on, Peter Leg. I'm Pearly Souls. I can do an Irish accent. I'm playing Robin Hood today again. Avast G. I'm from Yorkshire. Hello. Russell Crowe.
I feel like
Academy Award winner.
I feel like I need to spend the rest of my life with my head in my hands.
I am not entertained. I am Maximus Glutinous Buggerer.
Oh,
I am
my
Pearly
God.
Souls, killer of queens.
So,
Find the redhead. Find this girl.
Where can people find you?
Watching A New York Winter's Tale on Amazon Prime.
Anywhere else?
Probably on Twitter at Ethan Rudd, tweeting about A New York Winter's Tale as I rewatch it again and again and again. What about you? When will you be able to rewatch A New York Winter's Tale with me?
On my deathbed.
Okay,
It'll be
well,
the
I'll
thing
kiss
that
you so you don't
kills
die,
me
and
over.
then I will watch it again with you, and you'll never die again, because my miracle is to keep you alive so you can watch A New York Winter's Tale ever and ever and ever and ever. Amen.
I can also be found on Twitter,
Ugh.
searching for something to take my mind off this awful, awful film, as @movie_mad. I'm on Instagram as @movie_mad.
Ugh. Instagram.
Where
Who uses
I
Instagram?
post pictures of the films I go see.
Like A New York Winter's Tale.
Like
A New York
I am
Winter's
going
Tale.
to see, I'm going to see
A New York Winter's
Napoleon.
Tale. A New York Winter's Tale.
5.5 hours of Napoleon.
5.5
And
hours of A New York Winter's Tale.
And that would be more entertaining, I'm pretty damn sure. No one else seems to want to go with me.
No one wants to go and watch nothing that's not A New York Winter's Tale. 5.5 hours of that film. Could you imagine?
Oh,
Just
my
me
God.
taking a ride with horse for a while. It's been great.
For any complaints
Yes.
about Andrew showing me this awful, awful film,
I show you a lot
please
of awful
send them-
things, but
Oh,
you know,
no,
Spotlight.
but this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. Finally, I've beat my penis. Spotlight.
If you have any complaints, send them to areyomoviemad@hotmail.com.
Yep. That
You're
sounds
also
right. Might be
on-
.co.uk. Give them both a try. See what comes back and says no. See which one
.co.uk?
unleashes the mailer demon.
We are also on Twitter as @areyomovie_mad.
Underscore indeed.
We are also on Instagram as
Ooh. I
@areyomovie_mad.
don't care for that one.
Well, you know.
No, I don't know.
It's-
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there,
It
like in Winter's
exists.
Tale. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to look at it. But sometimes it's worth it.
I need to go and take my mind off this.
How will it be when we take the Instagram picture for this film?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's still coming.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
We'll just do it as the stars. We'll do a picture of the stars. Say it's New Winter's Tale.
Alright.
Is that it for your adventure between Pearly Souls and Peter Leg? Do you not want to talk any more about it?
No, I'm going to go and spend the rest of the week bashing my
Having
head
a
against
cold
the wall.
shower to deal with your consumption. It'll be great.
Oh, my God.
I'm a 107-year-old woman who wants a chocolate milkshake. Let's have a cup of tea. And talk about New Winter's Tale for the rest of our life.
See you next week.
Bye. Man. Are You Movie Mad is part of the Podnose Network, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. Produced and edited by Andrew Jones, executive producer George Grimwood. To find out more about Podnose's network, go to www.podnose.com.